Hey, I'm back. I know, I'm sorry. I have been busy these past few days dealing with family and stuff and school. So now that I got some free time, I can continue on with this what if. Part 4 to what if Naruto has Spiderman powers. So I'm going to skip past the booty, not worth talking D rank missions because they're D rank missions. So I'm going to start it off right here. Well, the Hokage was going to give Team 7 a same rank mission, and it's a protect mission to for a certain someone. And the Hokage says, but I'm warning you, Naruto. If you fail this mission, you will be sent back into the academy. Don't worry, Gigi, Naruto said as he stood up. I won't fail. Very well. I shall introduce the client. Hey, will you come in here now? Into the mission office stood a very drunk-looking man with scarred hands, which one of them was holding a bottle of sake. What's this? There are a bunch of special brats, especially the shortest one with the stupid-looking mask. Are you really a ninja? Naruto, he didn't take kindly to that comment, as he made to web up the man to oblivion, but Kakashi seemed to have anticipated this as he grabbed Naruto's wrist, stopping him from doing so. Don't attack the client, Kakashi said calmly. Naruto growled but nodded, allowing Kakashi to release him. I am a super expert bridge builder, Tazuna, the man said. I'm expecting you to provide me super protection until I get my country's bridge back together. Alright, let's go, Naruto said excitedly as they headed out to the gates of Konoha. He never really truly left the village before, so this wasn't a very exciting experience for him. He had so far gone on a few feet from the walls of the woods. So, yeah. Am I really going to be safe with this brat? Tazuna asked, pointing at Naruto, who twitched. He may act silly, but Naruto is strong, Kakashi said, putting a hand on Sakura's head. They all are. You're perfectly safe. So, they started walking, Naruto keeping an eye from the front as he felt a strange tingling in the back of his head as he thought he was in danger. It was the same tingling he felt when he was training with Hiruzen and he was about to get attacked. He used his instincts to dodge out of the way. So as they walked up, Sakura looked at Tazuna. Tazuna, what? You're from Wave Country, right? What about it? Kakashi Sensei, do they have ninjas in that country too? No, not in the Wave Country, Kakashi said, shaking his head. But most other countries, they do. The culture of customs may differ, but hidden villages exist, and so do ninjas. So, Kakashi went the long-winded explanation for the five great countries, but Naruto couldn't bring himself to listen. That annoying tingling sensation is getting even stronger now. However, it felt like danger was coming from in front of them and not from behind them. Was there really danger nearby, or was it just Naruto's imagination? After all the tingling sensations seemed to be coming from a puddle of water, but there was no real danger with it, or was it? The answer came a few seconds later, which two ninjas came out of the pool, one throwing one at the other at Kakashi. A chain connecting the two ninjas wrapped around Kakashi, tearing him to pieces. As one cried out, one down. Sensei! Sakura cried. In what felt less than a second, the two ninjas were behind Naruto. Two down, in unison. They never managed to kill him. However, just as they cocked their arms back to wrap their chains around him, Naruto jumped and sprung in the air, nailing them both in the face with a kick. Sasuke took this as his opportunity to charge in, throwing shuriken to knock the chain into the tree. Then he attached it with a kunai before landing on their arms. He put his hands down on their arms and also kicked them in the face. The two ninjas disconnected from the chain from their arms and charged towards Tazuna from two different angles. Nah, Sasuke, yeah. Sasuke got in front of one of them, and one was about to attack Sakura, while Naruto webbed the other ninja's feet to the ground. What the ninja demanded as he tried to move his foot, only to discover that he couldn't. Naruto, he rushed forward and grabbed the ninja's shoulder, forcefully spinning him around, tearing the web from the ground before shooting the web at him, encasing the spinning ninja in a web cocoon. What's this? The ninja demanded, while Naruto just kept webbing him. Oh, this? This is a special web fluid that I designed with the Hokage. But I don't want you to know that right now. Night night, Naruto said as he swung his fist, punching the man hard enough in the face to knock him out. He hit the ground with a thud. Good work, Naruto, came Kakashi's voice from behind him, making Naruto spin around to see Kakashi having clotheslined the other ninja. Where Kakashi's body parts was once on the ground, but now is a bunch of torn pieces of log. You too, Sasuke, Sakura, good work. Sakura, she blushed from the praise, and Naruto set about at Kakashi's orders, webbing the two ninjas up to a tree, keeping them firm in place. Can they get out of there? Kakashi asked, pointing at the two ninjas. Naruto shook his head. Gigi designed this web to be tougher than ninja wire. It won't dissolve for 24 hours, Naruto said, getting a nod of an approval from Kakashi. Good. Now, Tazuna. Yes? Tazuna asked, sweating. I need to talk to you, Kakashi said, giving Tazuna a serious look. These two demon brothers are not... No, these are Chunin level enemies for a C rank mission. Ninjas known for keep fighting no matter what. So how do you read our movements? One of the demon brothers asked. On a sunny day like this, which hasn't rained in days, a puddle like that shouldn't exist, Kakashi said simply. Why did you let the brats fight if you knew that? Tazuna asked. If I had wanted to, I would have killed them two instantly. But there was something I needed to find out who the target was. What do you mean? Tazuna asked. Meaning they're after you, or one of us. We haven't heard that they're ninja after you. Our mission was simply to protect you from thieves and gangs. This has now become at least a B rank to a mid-A rank mission. This was supposed to be a simple protection until you complete the bridge. Tazuna flinched and looked down at the ground in shame, while Kakashi continued. If it was known that ninjas were after you, the mission would at least been an expensive B rank. I'm sure you have a reason, but it causes problems when you lie about the mission details. We are now operating outside our duties. We are not ready for this mission, Sakura said, sweating in fear. Let's quit. We should head back to the village. No way, Naruto said, crossing his arms. We took this mission to adapt to unexpectedness. It's one of the skills a ninja should possess, right? Let's protect the old man until he finishes his bridge. Provide that he gives us all the details. I agree, Sasuke said. We can't leave now. Alright, Sakura said immediately, following Sasuke like a lovesick puppy. I guess we can continue. Sensei, Tazuna asked. I have to talk to you. It's about the mission. Kakashi glanced at Tazuna, and who took a step towards him. This this job is most likely outside of your duties. It turns out that a super dangerous man is after my life. Super dangerous man? Kakashi asked, narrowing his eye. Who? You probably heard of him. His name is fuck. What's that dude name? Uh Gato. Yeah, Gato. Huh? Gato? Kakashi asked, his eye widening in surprise. Um, uh, hold up. Alright, I'm back. I had to take care of a few things. Yes, officially he runs a large shipping company, but secretly sells drugs and other illegal objects, using ninjas and gang members to take over businesses and countries. He is a very nasty man that was about a year old. About a year ago, he set his eyes on Wave Country. Through money and violence, he quickly took control of the country's shipping industry. Now he has a monopoly on a business traffic in the country. The only thing he has to fear now is the completion of the bridge. I see, Sakura said, rubbing her head. Um, hmm, hmm. How do I want to keep going with this? Hmm. I guess the ninjas. Wait, hold. Alright, I bet I gotta take care of one more thing. So, where was I? Alright, I see now. I see, Sakura said, rubbing her chin, and thought, since you're bridging the bridge, you're in the way. So those ninjas were hired by Gato, Sasuke asked, and Tazuna inclined his head with a affirmative manner. But what I don't understand is, if you knew ninjas were after you, why did you hide the fact that why did you hide that fact when you hired us? Kakashi asked, with Tazuna sighed. The wave country is super poor. Even if we told you about it, there would still be no money. So we couldn't exactly afford a very expensive B rank mission. So the only thing we could come up for at the moment was a C rank. Tazuna said, well, if you quit the mission now, I will definitely be killed. But don't worry about it. If I die, my cute 10-year-old grandson will just cry for a few days. Oh, yeah, and my daughter will live a sad life hating Konoha ninjas forever. But it won't be your fault. Not at all. Naruto twitched the way to lay the guilt. Well, I guess we ain't got no choice. Kakashi said, sighing. Will protect you at least until you get your bridge in control. And so, Naruto and his team found themselves walking through wave country, heading for Tazuna's home. Naruto was feeling that strange tingling sensation again, and this time he knew there was danger. He would never doubt that feeling again. Kakashi Sensei, Naruto whispered to his Jonin Sensei. My spider sense is tingling. Spider sense? Kakashi asked as Naruto nodded. It's sort of a danger sense I've developed. I get this tingling sensation in my head whenever there's danger around. I got it back with the Demon Brothers, and now I'm getting it again. Kakashi nodded. I'm getting a bad feeling as well. For now, let's just get down. Everyone threw themselves to the ground on Kakashi's order, but Naruto, however, obeyed his instincts and jumped, doing a backflip. As he backflipped through the air, a massive sword came spinning through the air. Naruto reached down and latched onto it with his hand, followed by his feet, and was sent flying with the sword onto the tree, where Naruto stuck to the sword with wide eyes. That was intense. With a blur, a man with a bare upper body and the lower parts of his face covered with in bandages landed on the hilt of the giant sword, glaring at Naruto. Impressive moves, brat. Well, well, if it isn't Zabuza, Kakashi said from below. Naruto, get down from there. What? Naruto said, only to duck under a kick from the man, called Zabuza. He flipped down, so he was sitting on the underside of the sword and glaring up at the man. Whoa, that was dangerous, man. I should, as Naruto leaped away from Zabuza, who threw a kunai at him, landed on the ground next to Kakashi. Get back, Naruto, Kakashi said, reaching for his headband. This might be a little tough unless I use this. You appear to be Kakashi of the Sharingan, Zabuza spoke. Sorry. But the old man is mine. Surround and protect Zabuza. Not Zabuza. Tazuna. Fuck. Kakashi ordered his Geni not to enter the fight. That's the teamwork here, Zabuza. First, Kakashi pulled up his headband, to show his eye, red with irises that had three strange tomos surrounding the pupil. Fight me. Oh, I already get to see the famous Sharingan. I'm honored, Zabuza said while Naruto stared at Kakashi in surprise. Sharingan? Didn't the old man tell me that the Sharingan was an Uchiha bloodline limit? He thought, but he remembered Kakashi's orders to protect Tazuna, moving in to do so with Sasuke and Sakura. The mist started to get thicker. When I was a member of the Ambu, I kept a handbook. It included information about you. And this is what it is. A man who has copied over 1,000 jutsu, the copy ninja Kakashi. Now, let's end all of the talking. I have to kill that old man. But Kakashi, it seems I have to beat you first. With that, Zabuza pulled out his sword out of the tree and jumped onto the lake, somehow landing on the surface and put both of his hands in half ram seals, holding it up in the air and the other in front of his face. Ninja art, hit and miss jutsu. The mist got so thick that Zabuza disappeared from view. Naruto started almost going insane as his spider sense went off like crazy. He'll come after me next, Kakashi said. Zabuza, as a member of the he is known he was known as the expert in silent killing. You don't even notice until you're dead. And it's not like I can use my shari gun perfectly. You guys, be careful. 8 choices, came Zabuza's voice from around them in the mist. Liver, lungs, spine, vein, neck, brain, kidneys, heart. Well then, which vital spot should I go for first? Naruto couldn't hear anymore. Kakashi started releasing an insane amount of killer intent, and that coped with his spider sense, which was driving Naruto insane. He couldn't hear anything around him. The only thing he could focus on was the tingling. And then Naruto, on instinct, ducked and lashed out with a meal kick, nailing who he found to be Zabuza in the face. When the man appeared between the Guinea and Tazuna, he was shocked. However, when Zabuza, who was sent flying, exploded into a shower of water. Nice, Naruto, Kakashi said, only for his eye to widen when a massive sword belonging to Zabuza cleaved right through him, slicing him in two. However, Kakashi exploded into water as well, making Zabuza's eye water. What? Water clone? No way. He copied it through the mist? Suddenly, Kakashi was behind Zabuza, a kunai at his throat. Don't move. It's over. It's over? Zabuza asked with a chuckle. But damn, that was impressive of you. At that time, you had already copied my jutsu, and you had your clone to say those words of comfort to the brat that attract my attention. Now, while the real you hide in the mist, waiting for me to show myself, but another Zabuza appeared from behind Kakashi. I'm also not that easy. Kakashi's eye widened as he slit the throat of the water clone in front of him, before ducking underneath a sword swing from Zabuza. The sword dunk into the ground, but Zabuza just switched hands and using the sword hilt to push off and kick Kakashi in the air. Foolish, Naruto heard Zabuza saying through the mist, and a splash was heard. The mist cleared enough for Naruto to see Kakashi come out of the water, only for Zabuza to appear behind him, going through hand seals. Water prison. A dome of water formed around Kakashi, trapping him inside. You tried to escape the water. Big mistake, Zabuza said, keeping one hand on the water dome, chuckling. Now I have you in an unescapable prison. It's tougher if you can't move, you know, he said, putting his free hand in a half ram seal. Now, Kakashi, we can finish things later. First, excuse me. First, I'll take care of them. Water clone jutsu. A water clone rose onto a shape in front of them of the Guinea and Tazuna, chuckling, wearing those headbands and acting like ninjas. A real ninja is someone who survived numerous bruises and with death. Only when you're good enough to be listed in my handbook can you start calling yourself ninja. You're not a ninja. So the mist once again grew thicker, and Naruto ducked when the spider sense told him, avoiding a kick, avoiding from getting kicked by the Zabuza clone. Whew, that was a close one, Naruto said, then dodged back to avoid a back fence. He dodged and dodged and dodged, making noises, and Zabuza kept getting angrier and angrier. And Naruto jumped over a kick to his head, landing on Zabuza's outstretched leg and a crotch. Have you have you ever even done this before, Mr. Ninja? Shut up, brat. Whoa, duck. Naruto exclaimed after jumping over a punch from Zabuza, ducking to avoid another kick to his head. Jump, he yelled, flipping over Zabuza's head, avoiding another punch. He landed on the ground and, with a cry of meal kick, he performed said moving, nailing Zabuza's clone in the face, as well with a devastating force, exploding it before it could even be sent flying. And now it's dripping wet. Naruto stood up, shaking off as much of the water as he could, and turned to the real Zabuza. You, hey, you eyebrowless freak, how about putting this down in your book, in your handbook? The man who will surpass all others, Spiderman. Way to go, Naruto, Sakura exclaimed as the mist let up again, showing Naruto standing alone. Sasuke, however, was just staring at Naruto in shock. Don't get cocky, Brett, Zabuza said. A water clone only has the tenth of the original strength. Well then, Mr. Ninja, how about you yourself show someone who not mess with someone who is not really your size, but is pretty awesome nonetheless. Did you really think I released this prison so easily, Brat? Zabuza asked. Naruto shrugged. I didn't really. With that, Naruto shot weapon at Zabuza's feet and pulled. Zabuza was yanked off his feet, and his hand was pulled out of the water prison, scrambling to his feet. Zabuza growled as he reached for a massive sword. You little brat! He exclaimed and pulled his sword, only to find a kunai at his throat. Don't move. A voice came. The voice came off of the dripping wet Kakashi, who was glaring at him. Zabuza stared back at him in shock, but slowly relaxed, chuckling. Huh, I got careless and released the jutsu. Wrong. You didn't release it. You were forced to release it, Kakashi said, making Zabuza twitch in anger. Zabuza ducked under a kunai and dashed some distances away from Kakashi, spinning around and going through a long chain of hand signs at an impossible speed. What was even more impossible was that Kakashi mimicked him perfectly. Water style, Water Dragon Blast. Two amazingly huge water dragons rose out of the lake and crashed into each other, splashing water everywhere, also drenching Naruto again. Kakashi and Zabuza clashed, sword and kunai, and then leapt away from each other. Zabuza circled to the right, and Kakashi doing the same thing. He then made the water prison jutsu again, only for his eyes to widen when Kakashi was also in that position. Slowly, Zabuza lowered his left arm, and Kakashi did the same thing just as slowly. Reading them, Kakashi said suddenly, and Naruto, shaking the water off himself, blinked. Did he miss anything? Zabuza put his hand in a seal, and Kakashi said, Freaky eye is pissing me off. Huh, all you can do is copy me, Zabuza, his eye bloodshot and panicking, said as he formed a ram seal. You can't beat me, you monkey bastard! Damn you. I'll make it so you'll never open that mouth again, Zabuza roared as he and Kakashi flashed through hand signs. Then Zabuza froze. his eye bugging out as sweat started to appear below his brow. He seemed to be looking at something over Kakashi's left shoulder, as Kakashi went through a couple more hand signs without Zabuza. Water style. Grand waterfall jutsu. Kakashi called out as a massive surge of water smashed into Zabuza, washing a massive amount of water onto the shore, and drenching Naruto for the third time that day. Oh, come on! Naruto yelled out in rage as he twitched. Wet! Wet again! Zabuza smashed into a tree and was immediately pierced in the arms and legs by a kunai, as Kakashi landed on the branch up the tree. It's over, Kakashi said simply, taking another kunai. How? Can you see into the future? Zabuza asked, and Kakashi nodded seriously. Yeah, your future is death. And from out of nowhere, two Senbon needles came flying through what was left of the mist, piercing Zabuza's neck. A chuckle was heard from a tree not far from Kakashi's. On it stood a very feminine-looking boy wearing a hunter mask with a carry sign on it. Will you look at that? He died, the hunter said, with a childlike joy in his voice. Who the hell is this guy? Naruto asked, charging forward and drinking out his clothes, getting a strange feeling from this boy. He looked kinda evil. Kakashi jumped down and checked Zabuza's pulse. Thank you very much, the boy said with a bow. I was looking for an opportunity to kill Zabuza for a long time. That mask. You're an Anbu member too, right? Impressive. You're correct, the boy said, nodding. Excuse me. Yes, my duty is to hunt down missing nins. I am a member of a hunting nin team. The boy blurred out of the view and appeared next to Zabuza's body, picking it up. Your battle is now over, and now I must dispose of this body, since it seems to be a body with many secrets. Farewell. And with that, accompanied with a swirl of leaves and a whistling wind, the boy disappeared. Kakashi breathed in with a sigh as he pulled his headband down. Now, we have to get Zabuza, Tazuna back home, he said. Kakashi gave, I'm fucking up names, man. Zabuza gave a joyful laugh. Super thanks, guys. Come over to my house and relax for a while. With that, Kakashi collapsed. Kakashi Sensei! But I'm gonna end it right here. And as I said before, I'm sorry for being gone for like the past few days. I have been really busy working on stuff. I've been working on a script for a little minute. And now I can share out some what ifs. And so with that, thanks for watching. Peace.